Morning everyone, welcome to Ainsley News. End of week, Friday, the 8th of April. Doing the World Gold Council Q1 wrap today. Just for those that have been following us through the week, and now we get to release these figures. The World Gold Council just released their figures for both the month of March and also Q1 of 2022. Unsurprisingly, given the global geopolitical events and inflation issues before us, gold demand was the highest we've seen in years. This from them. Global gold ETFs had net inflows of 187.3 tonnes in March, with assets just below the record of US $240.3 billion. That record was set in August 2020. March inflows were the strongest since February 2016, despite a significant rebound in equities and a strong US dollar performance. There were positive flows across all regions during the month, but most came from North America and European gold ETFs. March demand brought Q1 inflows to 269 tonne, the highest quarterly inflows since Q3 of 2020, as global equities had their worst quarterly performance since Q1 of 2020. A few charts in here today, so jump over to ainsleybuoyant.com.au, click on news, in today's news, and you'll be able to see all of these in detail. This also from the report. Gold rose for the second consecutive quarter in Q1, ending 8% higher at US $1942 or $1,942 per ounce, its best quarterly performance since Q2 of 2020. It was among the best performing assets amid significant weakness in both equity and bond markets. In a period marked by economic uncertainty and increased volatility, gold proved a reliable source of diversification and wealth preservation. Gold's Q1 performance was primarily driven by rapidly rising inflation, no surprise there, higher interest rates, and unexpected geopolitical risk. Continuing on, the geopolitical situation remains an important driver for gold. A prolonged conflict in Ukraine will likely result in sustained investment demand. In contrast, a swift resolution, something which we all hope for, may see some tactical positions in gold unwind. But much like in 2020, we believe significant strategic positions will remain. However, we believe the opposing forces of inflation and rising rates will likely be the strongest influences on gold in Q2. The post-COVID economic recovery and supply-side disruptions, which have been exacerbated by the Russia-Ukraine war, will likely keep inflation higher for longer. Central banks have shown that they're prepared to act. The Fed has begun raising rates, following the Bank of England, which has now raised rates in the last 3 meetings. Even the European Central Bank, or ECB, which has resisted growing calls to action, indicated a more hawkish stance at its most recent meeting. While our historical analysis shows that gold has typically performed well following the first rate hike in a tightening cycle, we believe gold may come under renewed pressure around the forthcoming Fed and ECB meetings. But the war is also affecting the global economic recovery. This has recently prompted a number of ratings agencies, such as Fitch, to downgrade their 2022 growth forecasts. Widespread rising inflation expectations, low growth, and falling consumer confidence may further complicate central bankers' policy decisions. They've also reignited the fear of stagflation, as we've talked about previously, an environment in which gold has historically performed well. Finally, in the report they noted, US mint data shows that gold coin sales, that's the American Eagles and Buffaloes, totaled US $427 million in March. This pushed Q1 total US gold sales to over US $1 billion, the second highest Q1 sales total volume in terms since 1999. This performance clearly shows that the strong retail interest in physical gold investment products from last year has continued into 2022. Because American Eagles are not pure, they attract GST in Australia, 10% extra you'll never get back. And hence the Buffaloes are the more popular here. Ainsley has Buffaloes for sale. Of course, jump over to ainsleybuoyant.com.au for all things physical. You can grab some of those Buffaloes through our shop or any of our gold, silver and platinum products. Interested in crypto? Jump over to Ainsley Wealth and goldsilverstandard.com for our own cryptocurrency that we've built backed by real gold and silver. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll catch you next week for more news.